And the eggs with the brown shell, they're hard to crack. You could drop them on the floor and they'll stay together. They'll break, but they won't separate. And the shell won't fall into the egg because of the membrane. Because the membrane supports the shell, right? But if it's a white egg, guess what? You barely put it down hard and it fucking breaks and it spills.
Yeah, that's because the brown eggs, they're called cage free. They were raised cage free. You know, they weren't prisoned in a cage. You know,
Wow.
that's why the white eggs, they're cheaper. You know,
They're cheaper, but they're not as nutritious.
Salakia, let me get right here. It says, what foods are bleached white? And it says, white food generally refers to foods that are white in color and that have been processed and refined. So it's not the original, it's been refined, you know? Like flour, rice, pasta, bread, crackers, cereal, and simple sugars like table sugar and high fructose corn syrup. Even sugar, brown sugar, what they did to the brown sugar is they took out what's called the molasses. You know, the molasses, that's like the pigment to the sugar, you know? They took out the pigment.
And you know what molasses is? Molasses has micronutrients in minimal doses. Molasses is actually good for you. It's good for the plants too. Taking out everything that's good, you damn devils.
And it says, white bread is chemically bleached, just like you bleach your clothes. When you're eating white bread, you're also eating residue chemical bleach. Flour mills use different chemical bleaches, all of which are pretty bad.
You know what happens when I had a tooth infection real bad, and I went to the dentist and they drilled the hole, and then the dentist poured some an additional bleach, and it felt relieved because my infection died right away with the bleach.
Killed it, right?
It killed it. And I did this. I felt so fucking good after that. Bleach is supposed to kill.
Yep. Yeah. Bleach is the destroyer.
Damn, and there's a chemical called hydroxychloroquine, which if you get an infection, your animal gets an infection, they give it that, and that's bleach in water form that you give to the animals.
Yeah, Esau is that bleach, you know. He wants to make everything white, you know. But he's the killer, you know.
There's a like white bread, right? It's bleached, right? And it doesn't even taste good. But you get the wheat bread and it tastes different. Sometimes at the beginning you'd be like, this is kind of like too much. Because you're so used to the white bread. The white bread has nothing.
Yeah. You don't even know they got like what's called coconut wraps, I think. And it said it's like an alternative to tortillas and bread.
There's all kinds of stuff. You can make wheat flour tortillas. They taste good.
Yeah. Want to go to Genesis 5 and 2?
Going back to Genesis, verse 5 and 2. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam in the day when they were created.
So when he created Adam, he said he called their name Adam. He didn't call one man named Adam, so he made what's called Adamites, you know. He made Adamites, which were men and women, you know, which were the first line of the righteous.
This is the wisdom of Solomon 2 and 23. For Elohim created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity.
Right. He created the Israelites to be righteous, but before we were Israelites, we weren't called Israelites. We were called the sons of the Most High. You know, we weren't identified yet. You know, there has to be a process. You can't just okay, boom, he's that. No, it was a very slow process to get where we had to be.
It's called progression. It's like when we started working out, I've been working out for like 6 weeks, 8 weeks. When I started, my back was hurting and everything, and you see me touch my toes and everything. Do that.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta stretch.
Sometimes you gotta, but now I feel like a stallion. And I'm even, and because I feel so good, I'm practicing some of my kicks, and that's when I realized I can't fight no more. I can't do the things because I'm so heavy now. I should fly up and spin, kick, and your neck will be broken. Now I could do that once, but then I'll be like, now if the Lord puts the Spirit on me, I'll be ripping fucking heads off, skinning people, pulling their skin off. Because why? The Wisdom of Solomon tells us we were meant to be made in after his eternity. Like him.
Power.
Yeah, and beware of people that tell you, you don't know, you ain't God. Well, guess what? Scripture says we are.
Yeah, those people, they just try to break your belief. They try to break your faith, you know?
That kind of stuff makes me laugh. Because it's just natural for me to say, okay, it's nothing. Well, I am. And I believe it. And then they look at my face and then they see that I'm serious. But I start laughing anyways. And part of that eternity is wisdom. To know these things like Adamites, sons of God.
It was the sons of God, the sons of the wicked,
and sons of men.
You want to read that again?
Okay, this is Genesis 5:2. Male and female created he them and blessed them and called their name Adam in the day when they were created.
So there was a bunch of Adamites on the earth already, because there was Adam, Eve, then Cain, and Abel, right? Now let's go to Genesis 4:8.
This is Genesis 4:8. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him.
So right there, Cain, he slew his brother, right? Now, right after that, Cain, he went out and got a wife. You know? But we're gonna wait till the brother gets his preset.
I'm looking for Wisdom of Solomon.
So it was Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel. Cain just killed his brother.
Just killed him. Just straight up killed him. So now this is Wisdom of Solomon 10:3. But when the unrighteous went away from her in his anger, he perished also in the fury wherewith he murdered his brother.
Yeah, he's the unrighteous Esau. You know.
And he's killing us still.
Yep.
You know what I learned the other day? One of the ladies that works with her, she's becoming a grandma again. But the thing about that is the mother and the father have to get coronavirus tested. The baby does too. Poor fucking baby. Seriously, I'm serious. I really feel bad for all the children. They're born, they get jabbed in the fucking nose with the fucking coronavirus, and then they get fucking the coronavirus, and then they the virus shot, and then they get the fucking other inoculations. So they're all fucking doped up. That's why they're crying. That's why they cry so much, or that's why they don't cry, because they're doped up. Terrible. And the only thing you could do as a father and a mother is hold that child and wonder what's wrong. Man, it's scary, man. It's scary. Times like that makes me wish that Yahweh Shai would come back right now. That's fucked up, huh? God damn, man. Let me read that one again. Genesis 4:8. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
So he killed him, and then a couple of verses down, verse 16, he went out and got a wife.
And Cain went out from the presence of Yahweh and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch, and he builded a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch.
So after the Most High, after he asked Cain, why did you kill your brother? Esau lied to him, and then right after that he went out and got a wife, right? So that goes to show you that there was already people on the earth, you know.
How's he gonna get a wife?
Yeah, you know, he didn't have incest.
So he went to a land where there was a bunch of people.
It was already built, you know, it was already established.
But you'll watch the movie Noah or whatever it's called, and they'll show you that when Japheth wanted a wife, he went to the heathens, you know, the son of the wicked, the children of the wicked, and he saw that wicked girl, and he wanted her, and then he told Noah, his dad, and his dad went to go get her, but the spirit said no, not her, and she fell, and what happened? She got trampled, ran over. That was in the movie. So the Lord wants it to be natural. You can't be natural if there's only one woman and one man, and then they have two sons.
Yeah, you got to be original, natural. Anything after that, if it's redone, redid, whatever, it ain't natural no more.
Like Conan the Barbarian, the first one, that was an awesome movie. And then Jason Momoa tried to do the remake. That was a fucking sorry ass movie. Sorry ass movie. Fucking dummy. You ruined that shit. Arnold Schwarzenegger was.
You can't get no better than Arnold.
He was in the spirit. He was a slave at first. He was real humble, like a real slave.
Big.
Yeah. And then he got that sword, and then he started fucking practicing and training. He didn't practice. He was being trained. Remember when the Ammonite was training him? He would go, that's how you say something, and he'd go, slap. And then he'd go, this is how you do it. And then he'd give him back to him, and then he slapped him around. And Conan was just like, he was like, yes, I'll do it. What kind of suffering did the other guy do?
Yep. It's because when you're original, you're at your highest power. You know? That's when you have all your power.
All the power.
So I think one more scripture, Isaiah 24.
Isaiah 24 and... Well, let me just get this precept then. Isaiah 24 and 5.
Oh, 4. 24 and 4.
Okay. That's good. I was going to start at 4 too. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish.
So the earth mourneth, meaning it's crying because it's not at its original state anymore. You know, this devil, he done got his hands on the world. You know,
defiled everything. Like the brother just told you about white bread, white rice, everything that's white ain't right.
That's right. You know, he changed everything just like you're not supposed to tax, you know, that's called usury in the Bible.
Oh, and the thing about taxes in the United States, people think I gotta pay taxes for my country. You're paying taxes to the Queen of England.
That's right. That's where it has to go to a source.
Paying taxes to the Queen of England. Why? Because she's sovereign. She thinks that she's an Israelite. That's really what it boils down to. Because they have 13 stones on that crown representing the 13 tribes. Because they still think Dan's around. But most of you people don't even know that. Isaiah 24 and 5.
Read that one again.
All right. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish.
So it said the haughty people of the earth do languish, and the haughty people are like the superior people, you know. Even they languish, you know. Even like they say that the good people, or the good die young or whatever. Even the good people die, you know, because this devil done messed up everything, you know.
But then also in Job it says nobody perishes being innocent. So I'm gonna get haughty and then language. Haughty is coming up. It's marawam, and that outline biblical usage is height, elevation, elevated. And the brother said the highest people, height proudly of nobles.
Right, so you're trying to be the best you could be in this world, but you can't, because this devil done messed up the elements to pull you down, you know?
To make what they call leveling the playing field. And then language is amal, Hebrews 5:3-5, to be weak, to droop, to languish, to be exhausted, past participle of the heart, to be weak, droop, to be or grow feeble, to languish.
Yeah, this devil, he done put a wear and tear on the Israelites and on the world.
Yeah.
You know?
So the other nations should be happy too, because they're gonna get to whip Esau's ass too.
Yeah. This is the last one.
Isaiah 24 and 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
So it said the earth is defiled under the inhabitants. That's the people who are controlling this world. And it said they changed the laws, changed the ordinance. The original state it was, you know?
That shows you he's the devil, because he made brown rice white, brown bread white, brown tortillas white, and he made a black God white.
Son of God white, you know?
Everything has to be fucking like him. Like the brother said, I was gonna call him Lord, and guess what? He is a Lord.
Yeah.
Like he said, he wants to level the playing field. He brings us down to his level. This is us, this is him. He brings us down to his level, and then that makes him superior.
Yeah. He even tried to change the time, you know, because he puts what does he do? Put the time forward, then puts the time back. So we're on his time, you know.
And when you go to a reservation where Native Americans are, you're on Indian time. Try to if you have Native American friends, tell them I'll pick you up at 4. Tell them that. See what happens. There ain't no such thing as fucking 4. There's a such thing as come by. And then you're gonna fucking see.
They don't have a time. They don't go by time, you know.
It's either early or late.
Yeah, but you know, here in Esau, we gotta punch in, punch out. on time, you know.
And don't get no overtime unless he says you can.
But if we had our own land, you know, we just get up and go to work.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be on our own time.
That's right.
So with that, we hope that builds up your belief, you know, that the Creator created everything
In
with
righteousness.
Yeah, in righteousness.
And in order.
And Esau tried to turn that around. You know, so with that, we want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great Millstone Camp for teaching us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect scattered around the world. Shalom.
Shalom.